another fan mini episode of Catch That, where we get to know our friends through their favorite R&B songs. I am Naturally Elise, and that is my brother.
JR.
And we are the R&B representatives, and we are welcoming back one of my faves, the young king, the boy genius, Kemani. Hey.
Hello, good to be back. Good to see y'all again. Oh, y'all so beautiful. Ah.
Yes. How you doing, brother?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Last time on the show, I was 21. Now I'm 22. I turned 22 on July 18th. I appreciate all the birthday wishes, all the love that I got on my various platforms. I appreciate it. It
Yes.
felt like a big warm hug, a big warm collective hug, I should say. I really appreciate it. And just keep on living. Just keep it on living.
Yes.
That's what my grandma used to say.
I
Love it.
know.
So, what song did you pick for us to discuss today?
Well, JR always hits me up, saying pick another song. We need you back, and I always tell him, look, I need a few days because
Yeah, you do.
it's so many things that I could talk about. But I boiled down to two, and then I finally boiled down to one, and I finally decided to pick "Distant Lover" by Mr. Marvin Gaye, the Prince. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, Marvin.
yeah. Sweet, sweet Marvin.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Oh,
When did you remember hearing it for the first time?
man. I think that also me deciding on this song, I realize, whatever song I pick, it has to have a certain story behind it. I always have a photographic memory as far as, where did I first hear this song? So I think it starts with me, I'm around probably 11 or 12. And I remember, like they would show like those infomercials on Time Life, like in between like
Yes.
cartoons.
Yeah.
Like when it would be on a commercial break from one of my cartoons or one of the sitcoms I would watch, they would always show like certain infomercials, whether it was like Celine Dion, Luther Vandross, that same old infomercial.
Yeah.
And then I remember they came out with the Best of Soul Train box set that Time Life came out with, and I think I watched it. I used to just watch infomercials just for fun, just to see what I could pick up on, because I was always curious, and I just loved it. Like whenever I heard something that was good to me, I was like, give me some more of that. So, I watched the Soul Train box set infomercial. They were showing the Isleys, they were showing Aretha, they were showing Curtis Mayfield, they were showing OJ's, and all these cats that came on Soul Train during the '70s, and they cut to Marvin performing on Soul Train. It was a few snippets, and that was also when I heard "Come Get to This" for the first time as well. Uh,
Oh, love that
that's a
record.
beautiful
Love
record.
it.
Love it. I could talk about that by itself.
Oh, listen.
And let's see. And then later on in the infomercial, they played a snippet of Distant Lover. And it was only like 3 seconds. It was the first like 5 seconds of the song. And then they faded it to someone. I think Smokey Robinson was narrating the whole infomercial too. Along with,
Okay, yes.
Yeah, along with Jody Watley and Eddie Levert. So,
Yep.
I was just like. And then they would say, they say like this collection is not sold in stores. And I remember my mom sitting there, I was like, we gotta buy this, mom. I was like, how black moms, I was like, I ain't got that kind of money and stuff like that. So
You got box set money? Come on.
right. Right. And fast forward, I think about a few months later, I'm in Target with my mom, my sister, who was shopping, buying groceries and whatnot. I always love to run to the electronics section because I was a video gamer at the time, still am to some extent. But at the time, I was really, I was really in electronics. I was looking at the DVDs and I saw Soul Train, Best Soul Train, Volume 1. I was like, look at that. So I literally begged my mother to buy it. I was like, okay, let's get it. So I think my godmother was visiting at the time also. And we went home. We cut on that DVD in the living room. They played the Isleys, 74. Barry White was on that DVD when he came on with the Love Unlimited Orchestra. And then I think somewhere on the line they cut to Marvin's episode. And context-wise, I didn't realize how huge that was because, he's, back performing, on national television again. He's back performing again.
Right.
It had been a few years since Tammy passed, and then what's going on. He rarely performed during that time.
Right.
So I didn't realize, like, of course it's Marvin Gaye. I mean, the ladies are gonna go crazy regardless, but like I didn't realize it was such a big deal at that particular moment in time until, later on. But I just remember Don Cornelius introducing Marvin, the fabulous Marvin Gaye, and then the ladies just go crazy, starts to come get to this. And that's the first time hearing that song in its entirety. I'm like 11, 12. My godmother sitting to the right of me, then my mother sitting like somewhere over on the far left. And we just watching. Marvin's doing his thing. He's lip syncing to the record like, most people do on Soul Train. And, he gets through, ladies screaming. Everybody's just so excited. Oh, it's Marvin Gaye. And then he says, okay, it's a pleasure to be here. I've been watching your show for the past couple of months. And I guess you can say that I'm a distant lover amongst you guys. In fact, that's what we're going to do for you now. And then Distant Lover plays. And I was like, yes, this is the moment. This is the time. We finally get to hear this song in its entirety. And, it was just hearing that song for the first time, I'd say, I'm only 11, 12, so there were certain things that I picked up, some that I didn't, but like later on, you start to feel it a little bit more. Like even on the first listen, like it really, with me, I could tell at that time, okay, it's a slow song. Either it's a happy love song or a sad love song.
Mm-hmm.
But I think me picking up certain things, I was like, okay, the way this is going to be a real heartbreak type of song. Because just hearing the background harmonies and like the arrangement of the song, it was like, okay, it sounds very melancholy, very down bad, just like he's going through it.
Mm-hmm.
So, just hearing him sing like every night. Sometimes I yearn during the day. I'm like, yeah, he's gone. He's heartbroken. He's so many miles away from his precious lover. So I'm just like, okay, yeah. And then he just goes deeper and deeper saying, you should think about me. Say a prayer for me. Think about me sometime. Sometime. And then, mind you, I'm watching a performance. So he's walking up to one of the ladies in the Soul Train gang. He's getting down on his knees and he's just singing his little heart out. Well, lip singing. He's on Soul Train. Lip singing his heart out. So, and then I remember my godmother, God rest her soul, she was reciting the lyrics to the bridge, and him reminiscing over their summer together and the promises we made.
Promises, the letters.
Oh, the daily letters.
Daily letters.
Every day, a letter.
Daily letters. And then all of a sudden, everything
seems to explode. Yes, God.
Now I gaze out my window down a lonesome road.
Down a lonesome road.
And I'm just like, oh God. I couldn't take it. And mind you, also, I think when I listened to it again, like a few days later, like I could hear, I had my headphones in, so I was hearing all his background harmonies and mind you, I was around this time I'm heavy into doo-wop too, and finding out that he was part of the Moonglows kind of, made me understand like why he was stacking his harmonies the way he did. It's
Harvey Fuqua,
yes. Oh yeah, Harvey Fuqua. Shout out to Harvey Fuqua, teaching what he told him. So
yes.
And I want to say, did I have my parents had a greatest hits CD. I'm not sure if it was before. It might have been before I heard Distant Love for the first time. Okay. I might be wrong, but I do remember hearing I Want You around that same time, and also hearing how he stacked them harmonies in that. So I was like, yeah, his doo-wop roots always were brought to the forefront as far as him, articulating what he wanted to do with those stacked harmonies. And I didn't realize he was doing his own backgrounds until like a few months later. I was like, whoa, okay, his ear is impeccable. So yeah, and I didn't even get to even how could you treat my heart so mean and cruel? I think that was one of my favorite parts when I like in my first listen. Like every moment that I spent with you, I treasure them
Like a
like
precious
precious
jewel.
Like a
jewels.
precious jewel.
Ah, and then before we got out, we were talking about that sax solo. Oh, oh my God.
Listen to me now. Listen.
And then and so back to the Soul Train performance. Like
Yeah.
he's on the other side, he's on his knees. I don't know what he said to this lady, but she just fell out, and they just they just getting their whole life, and then out of nowhere you just hear him scream, "Ah, baby, don't go!" I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, he is he's just distraught in this pool of heartbreak. It's just like he's just pleading him to come back, and oh, and the last straw for me, he said, when you left, you
You
took
took
all of
all of
me
me with
with
you.
you.
Yes,
I'm just
God.
like, oh, Jesus
Yes.
Christ. And and he's back to he just pleading. I think I would say at that particular time, based on all the soul music that I was consuming at that time, I would say that was at that moment for me, soul music at its most vulnerable.
Absolutely.
Like
Yes, yes.
in that however long that song is, in that time frame, it was just like, wow, he's really pouring his heart and soul into this performance, into this song. It's like, you know, and the fact to find out years later that this was originally the track, the instrumental was originally recorded at Hitsville 3 years prior. So I was like, okay, no wonder it sounds. And this is me after listening to you know, what's the Let's Get It On album. My bad.
Yeah.
You know, when I was like, why did Come Get to This, and why did Distant Lovers sound kind of different from the rest of the? Oh, I was like, I had to look. I was like, oh, the track was made in 1970. Okay, okay. So it kind of feels more. It kind of feels dark. Okay, it's okay. You can tell it was recorded in Detroit because it felt like back to that melancholy feeling I was talking about. It was like,
Yes.
you know, very much muddy and dark, and just, I'm trying to find a good word for it. It's like it's a it's like a mm, it's just dark it's beautifully dark in its special way.
It's moody. It's
Yeah, very very much moody. Yeah. And
It's
Marvin was a moody cat, so
absolutely. And
yeah.
that's what you said with, you said you just finished reading the book Divided Soul.
Right,
And
right.
I love y'all, what was it? Video Soul, that it was channel 144. Do y'all remember this? Video Soul on 144 on Comcast.
Mm.
And they would have this commercial where they would say, they would pick artists to talk about, and it was a girl spitting, and she
Mhm.
will always say Marvin was soul. And a record like this proved why,
Oh
because
yeah.
his soul was in it. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? And when I heard Distant Lover for the first time, for me, it was just like, wow, this guy, like, people thinking that this is a record that you put on like a playlist to,
Yeah.
make love to, and it's not that.
It's
You
not
know
that at
what I'm saying?
all.
It's not that type of record. Marvin is sad in this record,
Oh yeah.
like going through it. You know what I'm saying? And the further I got along and with research and all that, I always thought that he was talking to two people in this record. And you brought out two verses that I felt, through all our joyful summers together, the promises we
Hmm.
all made, we made all the daily letters.
Hmm.
Then all of a sudden, everything seems to explode. I
Hmm.
feel like that was the Anna, period.
Oh
That was
yeah.
the Anna,
Oh
period.
oh
And the
yeah.
space that he was in, because like you said, Kemani, he did
Uh-huh.
this in 1970.
Right.
So he's in that space. He's still dealing with Tammy's death. He's
Oh
still
yeah.
dealing with all of this. And
Hmm.
because they said when he first did this, it was freestyle.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
when you freestyling, you coming off the top of your emotions or how you feel.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, he's going through it with Anna. But then when he said, please come back, baby, something I have to say. When you left me, you took
Oh.
all of me with you. He was
Oh.
talking to Tammy. I don't care what nobody said.
Oh.
That is Tammy to me. I don't care. That is Tammy to me,
Oh
because
my
you
God.
see what I'm saying? Like,
No.
And he put that in there. Like, I don't, every
God.
time he says it and every time I feel it, I was like, that was the Tammy Terrell.
Wow.
That was him saying, when you left, you took all of me with you.
Mm-mm-mm.
How you go after she passed? Mind you, you already going through your stuff with Anna.
Yeah.
But when Tammy passed, you go through a depression. You don't want to be seen. You change your whole look.
Yeah,
You
grow the beard out. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to go play for the Detroit Lions. You want to be football now. Like, you just switch up your whole demeanor, and then you make this record, and it was done in 1970. You damn sure was talking about Tammy. I don't care what nobody say.
I mean, okay, JR, I'm gonna kind of let you have that, and I see where you're coming from, but I don't think he was. You can apply it.
Yeah.
It makes
sense.
Yeah.
But
it's a lot of sense.
Just the lead up of the song,
that too.
I don't think he was talking about Tammy, but I think maybe after he made it, maybe
it kind of became
it's kind of the thing.
Yeah,
but I personally don't think that, but I can see what you're saying too.
Okay, yeah, but the writer in you, see, sis, this is why I love this, because we bringing out lyrics, and like you said, with the build up.
Yeah.
The reason, and actually, the only reason I say that is just because he's like, how can you treat my heart so mean, so cruel?
Right.
And that's what makes me think it's not about Tammy, because I mean, I don't think that she was mean or cruel to him.
No, he loved her.
Metaphor for her
leaving
in death, but I don't think he was right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then when we found out it was freestyle, that's why I was thinking it. Like, he might have just threw that in there just to say.
Now, did that compound how bad he was hurting about this? Was it a part of it? I think so. Like, of him being so sad and emotional.
Yeah.
I think that was a part of the emotion of the song.
Right.
He was pain. He was hurting.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I
just compounded, just sadness on sadness on sadness.
And that's really how his life went too, just from the start. And it really breaks my heart to think about it. Like we were talking about Divided Soul. I just finished reading it the other day. I'm just like, man, it just kept piling up,
It never ended.
It just could never end. Even when he found happiness, like he just found a way to, mess it up. Either it was through other people or like self-inflicted. And it just really, And after reading that book, like a song like this or a song like Just to Keep You Satisfied off this album, like it hits completely different. Because it's like, you're reading about his life and then you turn on the record, it's like, wow. It's almost like you're connecting with him in a sense.
Yeah.
Even when like I wonder if you want to hear me scream and plead and and that voice crack at the end. Yeah. Just come on back home. And I'm just like, and the more I listen to that, especially now, I'm just like, wow, I miss begging R&B. Like it just left us like, I don't know, like early 2000s maybe.
Yeah.
Begging R&B is just where it's at, especially amongst the fellas,
Yeah.
Just, me going back to that, soul music at its most vulnerable, just, Marvin pouring his heart and soul out into a record like this, it's like it's almost like with Marvin's life too, it's like, if he wasn't hurt, then he couldn't create, in a sense.
I think I have to agree.
Yeah,
I have to agree.
Like he's like, even with, I think some of these songs referring to Janice as well too. So it's like,
oh yeah, and
Janice had just come into the picture.
Yeah, she came to the studio with him.
Exactly. So it's like, I think about his relationship with Jan, and then with Anna. Like he could have left Anna sooner than he did, but like he just wanted to. I guess his loyalty to the Gordys and to his, just saying, like he said, Motown built me. Anna, played a part in that. So like, why not stay? But at the same time, he just, he was tired. He just had to get away. And then with Distant Lover, it's like, oh my goodness. Like
And it's interesting that you said, you know, it was like he had to hurt to write and like I mean to like create what he created. And the sad thing about it, that's the case with a lot of artists. And I used to kind of be me. And then I looked, I was like, oh, like yeah, I'm creating some amazing things, but it's not. This is not a sustainable way to live. You're gonna be gone. I mean, how I feel. So many artists leave us so early because they are pulling from pain and like, is it worth it?
Exactly.
And no, you got to eventually figure out a way to tap into your old pain to create.
Right.
You can't keep tapping into new pain because you won't tap out.
Right.
And you know, and Janet said that, Elise, you know, when she, you know, everybody kind of puts her albums to Marvin's, you know, with her doing, you know, Rhythm Nation to Janet.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do what is it? What's going on and let's get it on. It was that's what they do. But Janet said when she did the Velvet Rope, she was like, I don't want to ever talk about pain from my life again because that was a lot. That was a lot to deal with. She said I had to do a lot of digging to create that Velvet Rope, and I would not want to do that again. She was like, it was a therapeutic experience, but it's some pain that I just don't want to ever deal with again.
Exactly.
I got it all out. I did it, and now I'm moving on. Like I want everything that's going on in my life now instead of dealing with all that old pain. And I think Marvin always dealt with that pain from his childhood. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because when you know Marvin's childhood, it is sad. Like his father was just I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy to have that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, in the 60s, they didn't, you know, Barry wanted them to stay away from feeling. I don't want it, no feeling.
Right.
But Marvin sometimes couldn't help it. Like he said,
even on his
you're a wonderful one.
Yeah, his 60s joints, like, you know.
Like you're a wonderful one. And Holland wrote that. Right. But Marvin you still felt that. Like even the record, How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You. Like that's a real.
It's like sugar to my soul.
Yeah, like he's saying that. So by the time it got to the 70s and it was like Bodies of Work time, Marvin was like, fuck this. I'm putting all my emotion into this record. Right. Y'all gonna know about my relationship with Anna because just keep you satisfied is it. Like, if you did not know about Marvin and Anna's relationship, Distant Lover and Keep You Satisfied is what it is. Like, it ain't no, like, Marvin put his freaking heart on the line for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's sad that to me, when it comes to Distant Lover, like I was saying before the show, they seem like everybody plays the live album now. The live version. That's all I hear.
You said that the live version is more played on radio. I was like, what?
Yeah. So speaking of that, I never heard the original until I was grown and listening to really listening to albums on my own. Yeah. I never ever not one time heard the original on the radio.
See?
Not even one.
See?
To this day.
And I remember I actually first heard the live version of I think our radio station here, 92Q, did I think it was on Marvin Gaye's birthday. I forgot what year it was. I think it was around 2016. And they played the live version of Distant Love. That was my first time hearing it. I was like, oh, nice. But, you know, that was kind of a shock to me, actually.
Yeah, because, I mean, it was a single, but I think everybody was still focused on you know what I'm saying, can get through this. Like,
okay.
Yeah, that was the focus single after Let's Get It On.
Oh, gotcha.
So it was like, I think Distant Lover was actually the B-side to that.
It was. Yeah.
So you know, some DJs might have just flipped it. It was just like, all right, we're going to play that, but Come Get to This is the focus. That's the single. That's what we're focusing on, you know?
And not only did they play the live version on the radio, they played that whole 6 minutes and 30 whatever.
Yes. Oh yeah. Now remember, Elisa, I said a couple of times when y'all was like, no, they played longer. They played the whole thing. Like There was nothing. You heard Marvin talking in the beginning.
Right. He said, "This is a selection of my Trouble Man album. It's really satisfying." I'm like, yeah.
He played that whole thing, baby.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what they played back. I wasn't alive when it was out.
Right.
But on
it crashed me up. And that live action crashed me up actually. Like even before he even sings, barely after he sings the first note, the crowd just
go crazy,
bonkers.
Because mind you, y'all, the song before "Distant Lover" on the live album is "In the City Blues."
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, how are you going from that to this?
It's hilarious.
It's like I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like how he flipped it. Because then right after he do "This the Love" on the live album, he goes to Jan.
Oh yeah, Janice is my girl. Wow.
So it's like
the sequence was like that. Oh my goodness, I gotta go back to that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And because then now I feel like Marvin wanted it. I guess how did Tweet said it? She said it how on her Finding BET and how she said "Oops" was about, it wasn't about shit. What the word I'm looking for? But I'm trying to be nice.
No, go on and say
nice. Say the word. It's not about masturbation. It's about
that's the word I was thinking. I wanted to say something else, but I didn't. I was thinking of masturbation, but I'm thinking of something else. Sorry. But
hey, we all grown here. It's okay.
I think Marvin, like she said, it was a way you can make a song be about something else, even though you think. So I think Marvin knew that people thought this was a love type of song for real. So on the live album, he went from "This the Lover" to Jan to keep getting it on. So this is the love part of him. He flipping it. But if you look at the words, this ain't no love song.
Ain't no love song at all.
He depressed, but he flipped it. And the girls are going crazy. And I'm like, I know y'all going crazy for a dude that's saying that he is sad, but y'all losing your minds. Like,
But I also wonder if they're imagining that he's begging them.
Exactly. Like ladies love to get it.
Putting themselves like, oh, I heard my poor Marvin. I got to
and the ladies love that. They love that, especially live. So.
And you have to know at this point, Marvin's a sex symbol.
Exactly.
Reluctantly a sex symbol.
Back to being a sex symbol in a sense.
Yeah. You don't get to decide. If people think you're sexy, that's just what it is.
Yep.
You're right.
If you try to fight it and run for it, like for example, like I bet the man never wanted to see like sex symbols, so he tried to make himself gritty. And nobody gave a fuck still and still that's not in your control. Sexy is sexy.
Right.
You could try to dirty it up and do whatever. You actually making yourself most sexy.
Yeah.
True shit. That's very true. That is very, very true. And you went back, Kemani, because you was talking about the how Marvin had to stack his vocals and being, the doo-wop being really into. Do you know that he did this song 20 times?
20 times.
20 times to get right because he didn't like it.
Oh, wow.
He was like, nope, this is wrong. This is wrong. I don't like it. I don't like it. He literally mixed this song 20 times to finally get the version that we
hear on record. Oh, God.
Because it was a mix, the original one that he did, the demo, I guess. And y'all know the sax is in the beginning with Eli.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like in the beginning, but I love sax now, but I'm glad that they took it out. Yeah. I'm glad that they took it out in the beginning of the record because you didn't need it to me.
You really didn't. Yeah,
you didn't need it. The solo in the middle, yes.
After the bridge,
yes. Give me that. Don't give me. It seemed off. Like because they brought the alternative version out. They brought out like 2001 when they brought the extended mix or extended edition of Let's Get It On. They brought it out or whatever. and you hear it, and I was like, it sounds off.
Yeah, it sounds
I
good.
was like,
It's
nah,
very much out of place.
Eli.
Yeah.
No, Eli Fontaine, you didn't do it right this time. Like, I'm glad Marvin probably was like, nah, we gonna cut that out. We gonna cut.
It feels very much out of place too.
Yeah, and then the dude is talking in the beginning. Y'all know that. What's his name? LG Stover or something?
Oh, really? I know.
Yeah, like if you listen to the version, he's talking in the beginning. Yeah. Again, you don't need it. Like it makes it weird. Like I'm like, let Marvin just come in, distant lover. Like boom, let's get to the point. I don't need you talking and nah, I'm good. That's like an interlude that's not needed.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, since I brought that back up.
That demo's really funny to me too. Like, he starts all nonchalant. Like, you know how Marvin talks. He said, I know I'm supposed to have a new album out by now, but I ain't got no words to say. I'm just freestyle at the top of my head. And then he just talks about, girls switching in the kitchen and whatnot. Like, yes. He was singing his tail off, but like,
yes,
he was saying whatever. I was like, it cracks me up. I love hearing demos like that too, because like, you get a little exact where it was going. Like, you get a creative process. So that was cool to find. I was kind of like, how you just click on stuff just to click on it.
Yeah.
And just because it seems interesting to you, you just click on it. That's how I discovered that demo. I was like, oh, interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Do y'all so y'all know the versions that's out, right? Like people did so many versions of this.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite has to be Michael McDonald.
Oh.
He ate that shit. You hear me?
Oh my God. I gotta listen to that.
Oh, Kemani, when you listen to me, I know you're gonna do a tweet. I ain't even gotta worry about it. I know it's gonna happen.
I'm scared in a good way. I love me some Michael McDonald. Not gonna
I love me some Michael McDonald, but I don't love it.
Really?
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. And listen, I'm a enormous Michael McDonald fan.
Right.
Like enormous. Right? But I don't know. That's just one of those songs. I honestly, no matter how great the singer, how great the interpreter, I'm not gonna accept it.
That's respect.
That's okay.
That's respect.
That's okay.
They can do somersaults and backflips, and I'm still gonna be like, that was acceptable. It's
real
just
people. Oh, see Twitter and social media. She's real with it. She's not gonna say she don't like it. She just saying, yo, I'm just not gonna accept it. And that's so honest, yo.
Yeah, very honest.
Like people don't even say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain songs you just don't want nobody to redo.
Yeah.
And one of these is for Elise. You don't want nobody to redo it. Like,
and because my introduction
have
a
me moment.
Right. Yeah, I was trying to be nice. Is the live of it? It's such a moment in time that it's just like it's just lightning in the bottle or whatever other catchphrase you want to say. Like that. What it is to me, it's about that performance on that day of it.
Yeah.
To a crowd, not in the studio, not canned and mixed 20 times, like just raw.
It's very raw, and you could tell Marvin, like you can tell the throat ain't all there.
Oh yeah,
either,
he was.
You know what I'm saying?
Always gonna give it to you raw. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was raw. You know what I mean? And maybe that's what the girls was liking it too. Like, oh, this is so.
Even when he was on the midnight special, like his voice was shot that night too.
But
he
stung through it, yo.
He got through it now.
So,
yeah.
Marvin on his worst day is better than most people on their best.
My Lord.
Amen. That part. Damn, I thought, wow, sis, wow. I respect it though, but damn, you threw me off with the microphone because I know you love him. That's how I was like, I know she goes because he did a whole Motown like.
I knew about that. I never listened to it though.
Yeah, he did that. That's the Williams.
But it's because it's the song, because there's other covers that he's done of songs that other covers that I love that he does. So it's just that song is just sacred for me.
I got it. I got it.
It's one of those. Yeah, it can't be redone no matter how many times
Because what you call it did it. I think she did a good version too. Vesta Williams.
Oh.
Mm. Oh yeah, Vesta did her little 1-2 with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay. Vesta Khan.
Not Vesta
Shaka Williams.
Or Shaka Williams, yes.
Oh. I'm screaming. That's hilarious. That is funny.
But I respect it though. I respect it. But this song, if anybody to me want to know what real soul feels like, this one.
One of those ones.
This is one of the ones where if you don't feel Marvin on the live or the original, the album version, something is wrong. And after it being mixed 20 times, you still don't feel that man's spirit and soul on that record.
My goodness.
Don't talk to me because I can't trust you at all. At all. I'm the emotional one. So I felt Marvin off the break. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, ooh, my spirit is a little low and I'm happy.
That's definitely one of those songs that you can. That's definitely one of those songs you connect to your own heartbreak too.
That part.
Yes, man. That first, my first heartbreak. No, thank you. Never went on anybody. I was like, yeah, that's one of the songs I associated with, like, just being okay with, saying to myself that my feelings are valid. Like, you left and you took all of me with you. Those feelings are valid, and he's put those feelings on wax, and I respect it.
Yeah, he did. That's some honest truth for you. Like again, that's what R&B soul to me is. It was always about truth.
Yeah.
Always about truth, and that's what connected us to it. You know what I'm saying? That's how we connected to it. That's what it is. And I feel like now it's like we have it, but as far as mainstream wise, we don't have that truth anymore. Guys are not singing to their ladies no more. They not saying, baby, please.
They ain't getting on their knees.
Yes, like Marvin would have, if we had videos back then, Marvin would have been one of the ones singing in the rain. Like for real. Like he would be that dude. Like the rain coming down and Marvin just crying and it would have made so much sense and it would have been art. We'd just been like, Marvin is the best. Like this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we don't have that anymore. Dudes don't want to beg no more. You know what I mean? They just like, I got it and I don't care. And I'm like, that's not cool. Listen to some Marvin. You get your mind right for real.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to cry. You can cry.
It's okay.
Amen.
You ain't got to do it in front of me, but you can go home and be by yourself and cry too.
At least you get that from me.
You can cry at the crib. It don't make you it don't make you soft. In fact, that showed me that you're strong.
At least you get that from me a lot. That
you're brave.
Exactly.
You're courageous. Like
right.
That's a weakness. And if there is a woman or a person that make you feel bad for it, they're fucked up, not you.
Yeah.
Walking around all bottled up. I wonder why people crazy.
Wow.
Drop the mic.
Wow.
Cry, baby.
Cry. Let the tears flow.
Wow. Oh, this was great.
Of course.
Yeah, as always. Y'all make me smile all just.
You don't know
who make us the past couple months, like just.
You don't know, Kemani. You make us like, this is amazing. Like, you just don't, like, we done talked about you in a couple of episodes we have done that people ain't see yet.
Wow.
Like, for real. Wow. We be like, yo, y'all got to get on it. That's why I sent that boy to you. He gonna make you want to do a song. He gonna make you do a voice note. So be prepared.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you talking about Jimmy?
No. Well, you gotta follow. No, not that. You know the guy that I told you that he did I did a voice.
Oh, the one that did the OJ's podcast.
Yes.
Right? Gotcha.
Yeah. I told him to follow him. Follow Kemani now and get him on the show. And he was like, I'm following him now. I'm going to get him. I said, please.
Get him now before the price go up.
Before the price go up. Hell yeah. I'm telling you now, Kemani, you gonna start getting it. You ain't gonna know us no more. We gonna have to spend our time in with you.
Oh my God.
We were tagging along. Like, we knew
Be
him.
like, you
We
remember
knew him
us,
before.
Kemani?
What do
You remember us, our little show that you
Too
came
much.
on?
That was too much. Oh God.
But we thank you. We're gonna put all the links to find you on our video description. So definitely check him out on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, right?
I'm on TikTok as well. Yes, Money the Man. Or
Money the
Money the Music Man. I'm kind of rebranding it. Yeah.
Okay.
Check all that. He's a very dope individual, a lot of knowledge, humble dude. Love him.
Yes.
And yeah. So we will catch y'all on the next Catch That. Don't be a distant lover. Hey y'all, and welcome back to another fan mini episode of Catch That, where we get to know our friends through their favorite R&B songs. I am Naturally Elise, and that is my bro.
JR.
And today we are welcoming a friend of the show, and what I just found out, a big fan of the show, Jay. What up, Jay?
Doing good, man. How y'all doing?
Amazing.
Yes.
And I'm really excited to be on here. I'm gassed. I mean that. I'm real gassed.
You've been telling me this for a minute.
I'm bugging out. I cannot believe I'm on here. I've been watching y'all forever. So really excited to be here. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was very sweet. Thank you. So before we jump into the song you chose to talk about today, how about you tell us a little bit about yourself, as much or as little as you like to tell us?
Well, what can I say? What can I say? Oh no. Basically, I'm Jay. Jay Baby is on Twitter, if you know. I speak from my heart on Twitter. That's how I got on here. If you follow me, you're gonna see some wild tweets. You're gonna see all of me. So basically, I'm me the whole way, 100%. Again, I'm a real big fan of this show. I love what y'all do. Keep doing what you're doing. Y'all are entertaining and y'all help me learn a lot. So I appreciate it.
Respect.
Yeah. So how about you tell the folks what song you picked to talk about today and when you remember first hearing it?
Okay. So the song I picked was by one of my favorite artists ever. And anybody that's my age probably doesn't know who she is.
Yes. Tell them how old you are first.
Oh, I'm 42 living in my mom's basement. So
you full of crap. You ain't no 42.
I'm 22. I'm 22. Yeah. I'm 22 years old. And the song I picked is Angela Bofill's I'm On Your Side. And for the reason why I picked this song is because it touches me. It really touches me in a way you probably wouldn't think. Because really, if you think about it, she's talking about a romantic relationship, right? When I first heard the song, I was probably 17 or 18. Mm-hmm. And this was kind of after I watched I have a love-hate relationship with this program, Unsung. That's how I got to know about it musically. If I get into that, we're not going to.
But I agree. But go ahead.
If I get into that, we're not going to be able to finish. So I'm not going to. Okay. So after I watched the Unsung, I just basically went on a whole Angela Bofill spree, just listening to songs and songs and songs. That's how I became a fan. Mm-hmm. Now, this song in particular, I heard this song just on YouTube, just surfing on YouTube. And at the time, I was going through a lot as far as just confidence and internalizing stuff. I was still in high school. So, you go through your regular things as a teenager. And I was just going through a lot just mentally because I'm an overthinker. So I internalize everything. So, and then that builds up anxiety, which I'm past now, thank goodness. But when I first heard it, the first person I thought about was my mother. Not in a romantic way, but the stuff she's saying.
Right.
What is it, like the hook where she goes, if you need someone, but you need some understanding, I'm on your side. Yeah. No, when times are hard and you need some understanding, I'm on your side. That reminds me of me and my mom. Me and my mom were very close, and anytime I hear that song, I just think of all the good times, the bad times within my mom. So that holds a special place in my heart, and I always dedicate that song when I listen to it to my mother. So that's why I love that song so much.
Yeah, and I think that's fair because art is about what you interpret from it, and so yes, a singer or a writer may have had a specific intention when they wrote something, but it hits everybody different. And so, while yes, she may have been talking about a romantic thing, those sentiments are still about someone that she loves and who trusts her.
Right.
So it's like she's reinforcing that trust, like, no, I'm on your side. So no, that makes perfect sense. Just because it was intended to be romantic, it's still about love.
Yeah.
It's still about being there for somebody, regardless.
I agree with that totally because for me, I feel like she was talking about relationship, but to me, when I first heard it, I think she was talking about God to me. It hit me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I always felt like this was a gospel song to me. Yeah. And I mean, come on. First of all, you got all the Hawkins singers singing background on it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's already gospel as it is because you got all of them singing in on it. You know what I'm saying? And like that song really touches me somewhere. It hits you somewhere. That's the song that really hits you somewhere. I put that, I remember at least on the episode when we did with Rel, and I said, Acts of You. And there's a couple of songs that I have that's very dear that I don't like talking about a lot because it kind of hits the spirit and it takes me somewhere. This is one of them. You know what I mean? And I'm like, it gets me a little, I don't like to talk about it a lot because it's special to me. Because I'm the type with this where I don't like a song to be too preachy, but it's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love about BB and CeCe Winans for me, because they wasn't preachy. I know they were talking about God, but it wasn't preaching to me. I felt like it was speaking to me rather than not preaching. You know what I mean? And this song, I felt like Angela was really, she went deep inside herself. There was a couple of parts of this song where I felt like she might have even was crying in the studio to me.
Yo, yes,
you know what I'm saying? I felt like it was like after she's coming out of the bridge, I'm like, yeah, she feeling that mug. Like, it touched her somewhere. And I'm glad that Norton Michael Warden actually kept it in. Because, you know, once he got with Whitney, I'm going to go there, he took a lot of that out. You know what I'm saying? It was like, nah, we don't need all that. You could do that live. But Clyde was like, no, I don't think so. With Angela, Narda kept all that in and just let her be raw. And that's what I love about this record. It's so raw.
See, that word right there, it's raw. That's why, see, as much as I love it, I'm like you, I don't play it too much. Because I'ma just be in this mode where it's just like, okay, what do you do next after you hear that song? What can you do? There's nothing you can do. It's like I just gotta sit and just look at the look at the sky, look at the stars and just think. I just gotta think it out. That's why I love this song. It's one of my favorite. So it's one of the greatest songs ever made to me. But I just can't play it to that. Like I said, because that's how it makes me feel. And it just makes me think of my mom. Yeah.
Right. And that touches you somewhere. Of course it would.
Angela has a way. She is good at expressing those kind of emotions, whether it's heartache, whether hers or somebody else's heartache. She has a way of expressing, honestly, anger in a song in a way that I don't think a lot of people, like you think of, like when you think of I Try. I Try, you know what? It's only sad to me when I hear Will Downing singing. When I hear Angela sing it makes me mad for her. Because she's giving a mad emotion. When Will sings it, I feel sad. I'm like, I might drop a tear. Because the way they interpret it. Same damn song, same words, same melody. But two totally different emotions from the same damn song. So
you know what it is about her voice to me? For me, she could be singing about anything. Could be the most saddest song ever. It could be the most happy song ever. But for some reason, her voice, anytime I think of it, it gives me hope. I don't know why. I just feel hope.
Oh, that's
like with this song in particular. Yeah. With this song in particular, like On Your Side, it gives me hope things to get better. Right?
Yeah.
When I try, it just gives me hope. That's anytime I listen to Angela Bofill, I feel hope. Like, Still in Love, that's probably one of the most hardest songs, like sad songs ever.
Ooh.
How I feel about it. But
Yeah.
her voice just gives me hope that it'll be the opposite. It's kind of like her label mate. Rest in peace, Phyllis Hyman.
Phyllis.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, see, I'm gonna go back on that song because I feel like I was probably 16 when I saw that documentary, and I wanted I'm gonna be honest, I wanted nothing to do with Phyllis Hyman after I saw it because it was the most saddest thing ever to me. It was the most saddest thing ever. And then, of course, I went on a music spree, and then one of the first songs I heard was not Living on One. What's the other one? Give me one more reason. I think that's just, I think it's Give Me One More Reason to Stay on the album that came out after she passed.
I'm trying to think of that last album, to be honest with you.
The album where she's like in the all black with the red lipstick. Whatever that song was, it scared the hell out of
me. Okay, let me think.
Just give me one good reason to stay. I don't want to.
Yes. Okay, you talking about on the album I Refuse to Be Lonely.
Yes.
Yeah. Talking about that. Yep. Give me the last song on the album. Yep.
How you said Angela Bofill evokes emotion. That it was the same thing except in a different way. It made me scared. It made me sad. I wanted nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
With Angela Bofill, it's the complete opposite. Like she makes me feel like hope, like good, like there's a light at the tunnel, so to speak.
Oh yeah, and you know what's so crazy too? You know how because you brought Phyllis and you brought we talking about Angela Bofill. You know, Clive to me, those was his pet projects before he got the Whitney to me.
The Music Devil. Let me just say that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you could tell like he was trying to market Phyllis and Angela the same. Look at album covers. Look at photo shoots. They were the same. You know what I'm saying? And I guess he saw that, well, Phyllis wasn't going to do what he wanted to do. Yeah. Angela was down with him because she left her label and went to him. She went to Arista. So it was like, all right, and he was working with her, and I guess it wasn't working. Yeah. And I obviously Angela was a little older. You know what I'm saying? She was a little older. And then once Jerry Griffin found Whitney, and he was like, oh, let me get her. She's young. I can kind of guide this and do this. And he kind of left those two for dead for me.
He kicked him to the curb. He kicked him to the
curb. He was like, I'm done. And I think if Angela would have got the songs that Clive should have got her the right songs. If you wanted that crossover. But she was the type of singer to me, like we just said this whole episode, she gives off emotion. You know what I mean? And with Whitney, you kind of took that out a little bit. So you wasn't going to get that. So Angela don't get a lot of credit to me. And I feel like Angela, to me, if it wasn't for Angela Bofill, there would have been no Lisa. There wouldn't have been no J-Lo, even though the two before them can actually sing. But I mean, look, y'all know I ain't lying.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I ain't lying. But Angela Bofill, right. but Angela don't get the credit as being the first Latin female to actually get that mainstream attention. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I love how Northern Michael Warden in Unsung like spoke on her. He was like, yo, she sings. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear a song like I'm on Your Side, it was like at least we have been saying in so many episodes, you can interpret a song the way you want, but it might mean something else for you. You know what I mean? Because who remade the song? Jennifer Holliday. She remade it in 91. And she made it. You knew she was talking about God with the voice like hers. There was no way. And like
my mother loves that version, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Listen, I love when she did it on Apollo. And she kind of got to that note after going into the bridge and coming out, and she held it. The crowd lost it. they lost it. Like they got into the spirit, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because she interpreted it as God to her, and Angela interpreted it as a relationship. But I think deep down, Angela was also, I feel like, talking to God. I mean, her and Nada, and I forgot who else wrote the song. She actually wrote the song. You know what I mean? So it's definitely deep for her. You know what I mean?
I think she wrote that about a relationship.
You think so?
Yeah, me too.
Y'all think so? Okay. Okay. Well. And I'm just so.
Come back to me. I can save you when she tears you apart.
Dang, I forgot that
she's
line.
feeling a lot of just like, it's kind of a little twist on this song because it's kind of like I'm by your side, but fuck that other bitch. Like, when she fuck up, I'm by your side. I got you. You got to read.
See, this is the writer in her. This is the writer in Elise. Elise is a writer, so she really pays attention to lyrics.
Marketing. She's like, having a friend when you come to the end makes it easier. Come back to me. I can save you when she tries to tear you apart. I won't break your heart. No, I'm by your side, baby. When times are hard and you need some understanding. They're saying, you know, like.
See, in that line right there.
So there's a little Lowry on the song. A little bit of just and it's just kind of in that part at the end. It's just a little sprinkler.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
It is.
That's my favorite line throughout the whole song. Yeah.
Really?
But you can also interpret it when you listen to it, interpret it for yourself. The she trying to tear you apart could be the world, could be a bad friend, could be depression, could be whatever.
For me, it was the world.
Apart, I got you. I got you.
Yep. Yeah. That's what makes me think of my mom. It's like she's the one I could go to. If there's anything wrong, that's my ace.
Yeah. When the world beats you down, like it likes to do, she's your rock.
Yep.
And that's me.
Oh yeah. What's funny, me and my mom's birthdays are exactly a month apart. So I think that's kind of why. I mean, of course, we mother and son, but I think that's also kind of why we close in a way.
And is she the one that really got you into music like this?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. My journey, my I'll call it lust for music is kind of weird. It's kind of different than anybody else. So my mother used to always tell me these stories about how, like she says, I was always in love with music since I came out the womb. Like when I was a little kid, any solid surface, I'd be banging on it. I'd be making my own melodies. So I guess I always had a love for music. But in terms of getting into me, well, let me put it this way. My parents, I'm Haitian. So both my parents are Haitian. The music they listen to is compa, which is basically, it's R&B just in Creole, right? So, and as a kid, of course, I didn't like it. I wanted to listen to what I was listening to. So my love for R&B kind of grew as I got a little older. I'll say around 16 to 17. And I think it's because of that, because it's the same kind of vibe. It's the same kind of soulful vibe. They talk about similar topics. And as far as getting into music, I think it was just, I'll say my parents. I'll say my parents, but it's not, as far as music I listen to on my own, not really. But in that vein, yes. In that vein, yes. So I'll say yes, my parents. Yeah.
You know what? I have to say this. We told this to Kemani, but I got to tell you this, Jay. I saw you, and when I followed you on Twitter, I was like, this guy knows music. Yeah. I was like, he knows music because, I mean, it'd be early in the morning and you starting to tweet some, some shit. So I'm like, who is this kid? How old is he? So when I finally listened to Rob's thing, and you told your age, that's when I said, oh, shit.
Yeah.
22? I was like, are you kidding me? And all this time, that's why as soon as, even before then, I was hitting you to come on the show, but we kind of tried to.
I was busy.
Yeah, you was like, no, we can't. I can't.
I was ducking. I'm not going to lie because I was nervous. I was ducking. I ain't
going you were ducking?
I was.
Really?
You know what made me say yes? It's because before I could say, because I think I said something funny, and you hit me back. You was like, yo, we gotta get you on the show. You make us crack up. I was like, before I could say, I was too busy, you hit me in the DM like, yo, pick a day. I'm not taking no for an answer.
You know who's teaching me to do that now? Elise, because I'd be the one that's scared, right, Elise? Like,
if you watch the show, you just see me fussing him about that.
Yeah.
She
always fussing about me. What you being nervous for? That's why I was like, no, pick a date, pick a time. And I was like, nah.
I was like, you know what? Since she did it that way, I was like, I'll do it, Lord. I'll do it.
Because I want people to see people like you and see Kemani. You guys are young and y'all understanding them. Y'all give us hope to pass it on to y'all, and y'all can really talk about this thing. Y'all know emotions, y'all know songs, y'all know lyrics, y'all know this. It just gives us hope. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, people need to see that, like, for real.
Right. Is that the other one that he's around my age too?
Yes, come on.
Yes. Yeah, shout out to him.
Y'all the same age.
Same age. Y'all the same age. And y'all talk just the same on Twitter. And I'll be like, look at this here. Look at this here. And when you pick your song, that's why I was like, Elise, you see this? You see this? Now you got people older than him that just straight up picking like random, like you know what I'm saying, random songs, and it's like, all right, cool, we rock with it. Okay, maybe. When you pick Angela Bofill, I said, now wait a minute now. Wait a minute. And he picked I'm on Your Side, and I'm like, if anybody, I would have thought that would have been, they've been like, yo, I want to pick Jennifer Holiday's version. Because that's a little bit more known.
I didn't even hear Jennifer Holiday's version until probably 2 years after, and my mother likes it. I don't really mess with it because I heard Angela's first.
Yeah,
and that just hits me differently, way differently. You know what I mean? So
yo, I get it. Oh, I get it.
No, but I love Angela Bofill. I love her.
We got some funny ish with that. We got right, Elise.
One of our friends do not fuck with Angela Bofill on any level.
Damn.
She do not, and she otherwise has very great music taste, but I don't know what.
And we love her, but that one there.
Well, y'all ain't got to put a name out there, but
it's not her ministry.
If you catch that, then you know exactly who we're talking about. It's not in her ministry.
Hey,
I'm not gonna act like I know who it is. I can't do that. I can't do that. But I respect it. Here's why. Because I'm the same way. There's artists people revere that I don't fuck with at all. I can't be mad.
And
I think it's crazy.
Has a valid reason on why she does it. You know what I mean? But we get on her because of how she did it.
For sure.
And we all got one artist that everybody be like, you don't like.
Oh yeah.
I have one for me that he don't understand why I don't like it. Like it's.
I got too many. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I got too many.
Oh yeah, it's a lot you be going in on. I'll be like, ooh, I'll be like, okay.
Honestly, I don't care who like what. It's just when you talk about them, you can't deny factual information.
That's
sure. Yeah.
Like some people can sing, but you just don't like their voice, or it doesn't mean that they technically can't sing or that they're bad artists. It's just it just hits a nerve in you that just that don't vibe with you.
It doesn't connect with you at all.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get on Janet Jackson's internet and say false things. Now that you won't do. You won't revise history. You're not gonna say A, B, and C artists won't big when they was the biggest thing. You're not gonna say, oh, they got 2 songs when they got 200 of them. Like, stop it.
Yeah, that's what we not gonna do.
That's
we go from her brother to the new girl.
Not like stuff, and it does not offend me. Well, I crack jokes. Yes, that's what I do. Right. But like,
same here.
At the end of the day, if they state in fact about what actually happened in the world, I have to respect it.
That's right. That's right.
That's just what it is.
Not this Twitter stan world. Heck no.
Oh, don't get me started. I'll be going in on people just to do it.
Oh, I know you do, and I laugh my ass off.
I have to.
Laugh my ass off. I'll be like, damn, Jay.
JR, they're annoying. they're annoying. So
They're
anytime I
so
can,
annoying.
I can get on them.
And one of them is annoying now.
You talk about a stand base or
A stand base that's right now is freaking annoying. I'm like, stop.
I go to war with too many.
Because God is on your side. How about that? Please. Oh God. Shut up. I'm done. I'm about to get on my soapbox. I ain't even gonna do that. This is Jay. Catch that, not mine.
It's your show. Go off, bro.
See, at you. Look at you digging.
Messy.
Yeah.
I don't like to make the mess, but I like to watch it.
I do both.
Oh yeah, OJ do both. OJ will start something. Ooh, I'll be like, oh, he is messy. And I just sit there and watch. And I'll be like, who gonna comment first? Who gonna go at first? And if he got time, he gonna go back and forth.
Yeah. I wish I had more time, man. That was fun.
Keep it cute. This the auntie coming out now. I'm bold enough to be your auntie that became your auntie at an adult. You watch it, young man.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't give a fuck.
That thing go in too, please.
Oh no, Elise is a problem. Oh my
you
God.
see that, right?
Oh God. Oh no. You're a problem just like me. You're a problem just like me.
Okay. Oh, Elise.
Yes.
That's why we have a show. Catch that.
Yeah.
Get Elise on the wrong day. I'll be like, ooh.
Oh man.
That people be hitting me. Your sister, all right? I'll be like, look, yo, she on her soapbox. Leave her alone.
I just sit back and watch. I don't even comment. I don't even like. I just sit back.
Right, sis. Don't become collateral damage, yo, because she'll get you next. Nah, son.
When I start swinging, I ain't looking at who in the way.
Right.
You're killing me.
I'll apologize later. I'm so sorry. I tried to tell you.
Nah, you know what I like about y'all, man? Y'all are kind of like me. Very strong-willed opinion. You got strong opinions, and y'all are really passionate about them. I think that's what attracted me to the show, and that's what attracted me to both of y'all. Because I'm the same way. Yeah. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah. If you don't like my opinion, kiss my ass.
Right.
But I'm gonna let you know.
Not gonna lie. As long as you lead with the truth.
Yeah.
Then I will sit and debate music with you all day because that's fun.
Yes.
But if you talking about your ass and you making up shit, that's not fun. That's stressful.
Yeah.
Mad. But with somebody that know that shit, we go shit. I would go. Me and JR will sit and debate a song for a fucking hour. One hour.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun because we know what we talking about, or we pulling facts, or we pulling context, and then I had to shut the argument down with JR, and I'd be like, I was there. And then after that, we're best friends again.
Right. Oh, right. And that's really what it is. Because most of the time it'd be like a song I don't like. Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, how the fuck you like this song? And she'd be like, and we'll go back. And she'd be like, just stop. Go listen to it. Go listen to it. And then she'd be like, call me and tell me if you like it. Because listen to it with different ears. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then I'll listen to it. I'll call her back. I was like, you were right.
Sometimes it's just the case, like, you can have a song and you were thinking about it one way. Mm-hmm. And then I might say, JR, go listen to it, but think about it in the context. I'm going to make up something of a broken heart. Go listen to it thinking that way and then tell me what like in that way. And it's not me trying to make him like it. I just want people to experience. I actually enjoy when people experience music in different ways and in different contexts. Yep. That's just interesting. It's just a psychological, fun thing, to step into another person and see how the song affects you then from that perspective. That's just interesting commentary on the human experience to me. Like,
Word. I've done that with an artist, and it's an artist we just talked about, Phyllis Hyman. Like I said, I wouldn't, because the first time I saw her on School Days when I was 13, but she looked like one of my aunties. I wasn't really paying attention. But when I looked at her musically from her song, like I said, I wanted nothing to do with it. It was just recently I went back and said, okay, let me just try. Let me just try. Because she's another one, such a captivating voice. And it's like it comes through the speaker right up in you. And it sometimes it's too much. Like you want nothing to do with it. But I went back and I was like, okay, I was wrong. That's a oh God, that's a talented woman.
Yes.
But
Very, very great vocalist. But I was 21 when I finally got to that.
Yeah, but that makes sense because listen, Phyllis Hyman is actually my favorite female vocalist all time.
I know that one, yeah.
And sometimes I can't listen to her. Just like Donny Hathaway is my favorite male vocalist of all time.
That one right there.
I can't just pop that on just in the middle of the day. No, I'm gonna throw on something else. For that, it's a certain place that I have to be stay, certain frame of mind to be able to like sit and really listen to. Now I might could hear a song or two off the album every now and then, to like just listen to a whole project. I have to be in a certain headspace because it's that like not just thick musically, but it's so thick emotionally. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Just like with JR would ask of you, like it's a lot.
Yep.
It's gorgeous music.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
She's one of those I gotta like
on it like.
She's one of those I gotta like slowly, gradually get into because like I'm like you, Jay. I'm like an emotional lister kind of. So when a song touches me, it either touches me in a way it's like I want to hear it all the time, or it touches me in a way it's so great I can't do it.
Yep.
Phyllis Hyman is that one. It's so great I can't do it, especially with like the sad songs. When I found out she had like great happy songs, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
This I can listen to.
With Phyllis, if the stuff that I listen to a lot is the early stuff, the disco stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I listen to on a regular basis. But for me to get into, I Refuse to Be Lonely and all that stuff.
Oh my Lord.
Waterworks. Like I can't. Can
I admit something?
It's too sacred. It's too. It's too full of wounds.
Yeah.
Let me admit something. I had nightmares. Like the first time I heard I Refuse to Be Lonely, I had nightmares. Seriously. I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't go to sleep for like 2 weeks. That scared me. That's why I wanted nothing to do with it at first. I was so scared of listening to that song.
And that's why I don't think, again, as much as Phyllis was so talented and so great, I think the fact that that's what the world would have started feeling with her, because it was so dense, it was so tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's why I think once he went there and he found Angela, she had a little bit of, like you said, inspiration, a little hope, a little this. It was like, I can sell this. You know what I'm saying? I can sell this to them. You know what I mean? But then that didn't hit. And then the MTV stuff started to come and it was more image-wise. You know what I'm saying? It was more of that. And then again, Angela Bofill was a little older. So it was like people were starting to look at her as the auntie now. You know what I mean? But then it's like, let me get this little girl that's from Newark, that's 19. I can do something with this. You know what I mean? But I always felt like Phyllis and Angela were the kind of his token, like that was his pet projects, them two. And he finally got it right with Nippy, I feel like. And I feel like a song with I'm on Your Side wouldn't have never got to Whitney. This song would have never got to her. Because he'd have been like, this is just too much. That's why I love when Whitney would go live and do her live performance. She would always do I'm Changing. Always. That was her I'm on Your Side to me. Because Clyde wouldn't have never gave her a record like that. Hell no. No. That's too deep. It's too, he didn't want that. He wanted to connect to Crossover World. And I'm on Your Side is just too gospel, too soulful. Nuh-uh. It wouldn't work. It's too raw. Too raw. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. So that's why I'm like, I'm so glad you picked this song, because I'm like, nobody don't give Angela the credit. I think Elise and we did our jazz show. We threw Angela on there.
Under the moon and over the stars. I mean,
Yes.
Oh, that song is the shit.
Ain't it
we
though?
played it.
That song is the shit.
Oh God,
Oh.
that is a. I love that song a lot.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
everybody talks about This Time I'll Be Sweeter. That's what everybody talks about
Yeah.
on that record.
Mhm.
But nobody talks about Under the Moon and Over the Sky. So yeah, so I was like, yo, when Jay picked Angela Bofill, I was like, come on, like we can give her. I feel like she deserves a little bit more than she gets. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
With a beautiful voice that she had, I think she deserves a little bit more than what she gets, for real.
Another thing that drew me into her is all the trials and tribulations she went through just
Yeah.
after her career. And I was like,
yeah.
for her to still be standing,
Yeah.
I applaud that because
Yes. And
that
like,
takes a mental fortitude. I don't know if I have or not.
hello.
You know what I mean?
And the hope that she gives you, the hope. She
Yeah,
gave you
yeah.
hope, and look at her. Look at her.
Yeah. Mhm.
See, now I'm stuck on Under the Moon, over the sky. I don't know. I kept saying stars. And it's just one little line that the universe is waiting for you to live a life that's happy and free.
Yep.
And I think that's where Angela lives. I really do. For a woman to go through what she went through and where she is now, man, beautiful, beautiful voice for sure. Beautiful.
Pureness. Hope, I'm telling you. It gives me hope.
And Under the Moon, she wrote that, by the way.
Oh, she did? I didn't know that.
Not co-wrote it, wrote it.
Come on.
You know what? That makes sense.
A lot of her songs is co-written with Narada,
Right.
Mike Alden and stuff like that. So, but that one is hers.
Strictly written from her. Oh, one thing about Angela, she was gonna help you write her songs for real.
Yeah.
She was like, I want some credit on this motherfucker. Like, nah. Nah, give me a little bit. Like, I'm getting something off this. Like, nah, forget that. Nah.
Especially if it's my voice.
You know what I mean? Like, you gonna give me some credit.
Right.
And, you know what I mean? That's why Clyde was like, all right, nah, she doing too much. She wanna write her own song. Nah, forget this.
We could do y'all can do a whole other show on Clive Davis, and I'll be right there agreeing with every single bit. I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I promise.
Shoot. Please. It's been a couple episodes. I know. Throw some daggers.
We get him plenty fever on this show.
Oh yeah, plenty.
For sure.
Get a lot of fever. That's why we kind of chill on our lives, because I think it was one time, right? At least we did our live on Instagram. That's why we left. And we was talking about Clive, and our joint just went haywire. And me and Elise was like, oh shit. Like, Clive still got freaking power, dog. Like, he can cut out Instagram, yo.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, after doing like the Kemani. Thank you, young king.
Yes.
Guys, man.
He is, man. See, it wasn't bad.
That you picked this. That's very special that you picked this song. That you know, I like when people pick popular stuff, but I like when people dig a little deep. I like it both. And so
Me too.
Can I come on again?
Oh yeah.
Hell no.
Ooh. Come on. Jay full of crap, because I already told him in the damn, he's full of it. The reason why he asked that he's full of it, sis, because I done hit him in the joint, and I was like, you gotta come back after this. And he said, okay, cool. And then he's gonna ask, can I come back? Don't. Good, you told him no. Good. No. All
right, then I'm not coming in. Forget it.
Yeah, so we'll see you on the next time you come back. But
right.
But seriously, we thank you, Young King.
Yes.
And we thank all of our viewers. We'll put ways that you can find Jay on these in the video description, so you can check him out.
Yes.
And
be prepared.
Subscribe and like. Tell at least one friend to check us out. Yes. You know, see me and Jay out at school. You know, doing some truth telling. You know, music singing.
Right.
But we will catch y'all on the next episode. Okay, stop.
Peace, y'all.